Hello everyone, I wanted to hop on here before the podcast began to say that I'm rebranding this channel from Lemon Ginger Podcast to just Lemon Ginger, and I also privated all of my old videos. Since I did all that, and I will be talking about later in this episode, I thought that would be good for this first rebranded channel episode to just lay out my baseline beliefs around important issues today, because I feel like a lot of YouTubers can leave that ambiguous, and I don't want to do that. So first off, I want to say that I'm a queer individual, and I'm an active supporter of the LGBTQIA+ community, and I want this channel to be a safe space. I'm also committed to being an advocate for anti-racism and continuing to gain new knowledge around that subject. I want my channel to be a place where anyone can feel comfortable and valued. I just turned 20, and although I feel like I have a better understanding of social issues and social justice, I know that there's still so much more that I have to learn and understand. I am here to listen and gain new perspectives from identities different from my own. I also want to say that I am human, and although I may seem woke, I still have ignorance that I'm progressively trying to unlearn. I also come from a privileged background, and even making this YouTube channel as like a passion project highlights my privilege. And I'm working to understand different ways in which I'm privileged and how I can advocate for other people. And I also just want to say, with the second presidential election of Donald Trump, I feel the world will continue to isolate. And that is just not how change happens and how change is done. Collective action is the only way towards substantial change. So I hope that this channel can be a place where I can cultivate a community of understanding and thoughtful people. Lemon Ginger. Hey everyone, welcome to Lemon Ginger. Isn't that crazy? I changed the name of my freaking channel. I'm acting like the thing is that I only have like, I don't know how many subscribers I have, so it's like not many people are gonna even notice or care. But I also deleted privated all of my past videos because I just wanted to get a fresh start. I think that I realized every time I looked back at my old videos, it was like I don't hate them, and I don't hate the older version of myself, but also I think that I was just still learning, and I feel like on my channel I talked about like social issues and stuff like that, and I feel like I had it in a very black and white sense, where it's like this person's bad, or this like I don't know, like for example, I said that like I hate old people is something I said in my very first video, and I reflect on that and I'm like, that's just not true. I do not hate old people. I can see where I was coming from, because I see an overrepresentation of like older people in positions of power, and I also see and before, like soon before I had started the podcast, I had been working at a retirement home, and I had to deal with a lot of older people, and it was in a position that obviously I'm gonna have a pretty negative attitude about older people, because it's like I'm being put under a lot of stress, and it's like, and I'm probably dealing with the most like frustrating part of the day for an old person, because a lot of times retirement homes aren't really run too well, and it was also like, so it was just like a combination of different things at the time that I can understand why I had that opinion, but I don't agree with that. I think that, well, I'm going to be old one day, and I think that I was just frustrated with the idea that like, I guess that they're just overrepresented in government, and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's just like there's so much beauty in aging, and there's so much beauty to be had, just in the process of aging. And I think that by saying that I hate old people, I also invalidate myself as I age, and I don't want to do that, and I'm sorry for having that take. So just want to put it out there. I no longer hate old people, and yes, and I just wanted to restart, because I feel like, I don't know, I had a lot of growing phases through my podcast platform, and I had started to become most happy with my latest episodes. So I just want to stick with that. I'm like, well, I want to start here now and want to continue from here, because I feel like I'm happy here, and I know that I can grow And I know that this podcast can get even better as I get further more comfortable on it. So I'm here to figure out this podcast moving forward, even though it's not a podcast anymore, it's just a channel. And what I mean by this is that with it being just a channel, although I'm going to do probably majority podcasts, I also want to do, when I have a podcast, I want to have guests. That's a main thing. I really want to have other people on here. And I also want to have, I want to like make it so, I don't know, I feel like a lot of times in the past with my guest episodes, those were like either my shortest episodes or just like it looked least professional for me. And although I don't hate those episodes, I look back on them and I know that they could be done better. And I think that with confidence in aging and knowing that I want to do this podcast, I feel like it'd be more, I would have a better experience with people on here now that I'm older and more comfortable. So that's what I'm thinking, is that I want to have other people on here again. We're going to try this again. It's like, I don't know what it's like. It's like me restarting my podcast. That awkward moment when you have to restart your podcast. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the future. I think that it's just, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm hoping that, one thing I really want to do is play Among Us, because I watch a lot of Alpharad's like Among Us like content, and I'm like, this is just looks like so much fun. And the thing is also is that I want a serious group of Among Us players. I don't want people who are just there to have fun. I'm just kidding. No, I want to be there to have fun, but like I want to be like locked in with Among Us, where it's like I don't want to be goofing around and randomly accusing people. I want to figure out why this person did this, or like I want to see the steps for why like this person is the imposter. You know, I want to go about it in a different way. And also I'd want to get modded Among Us, and I don't know how to do that, so I gotta figure that out. There's a lot of things that I have to figure out, but I also want to maybe do some Minecraft. I feel like there's ways in which I want to see. I'm not big on editing, I'll be real, and that's a big thing with freaking YouTube videos, is actually editing the videos. But it's really boring, so I still prefer like longer forms of content just because you don't have to edit as much. But I want to do like a Minecraft, like I'd want to do podcasting while playing Among Us. Wrong game. I mean, but while playing Minecraft, like I think that could be cool. So maybe something like that. And I don't know if people would like that. I see a criticism, I think it was like by Drew Gooden, about like just television and other forms of media just trying to waste your time more. And I know a podcast can be that source of like time wasting, but I also feel like I personally just really enjoy listening to podcasts, and I've started as I've gotten older to just really like to just have something going on inside my head. And honestly, maybe that's just a sad reality of this freaking society, is that like sometimes you just need to drown out your freaking thoughts and listen to some guy talk. I don't know, but that's kind of what it's like. I don't know. I've been getting more into podcasts. I really like just long forms of content. I think when people play, I'd love to play like a horror game. That would have to be so far in the future though, because with like setups for like the thing that you use for like, I have a Nintendo Switch, and like you have to use like this like box that connects the Switch to the computer, and it has a special name, and it's really expensive, and it's a lot of work to set it up, and it's really annoying. And I used to have one, but I don't know, it just didn't work very well. And maybe because I have a better computer now, maybe it would. I don't know why. I notice I hold the microphone like this. That's very funny. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, so I'm very hopeful for the future of this channel. I'm excited to see if I can build an audience maybe, and see if people like this. And if you don't, that's okay, but I'm going to freaking continue doing it. So I don't know. I also would want to do, because I realize it's just that like I have a lot of hobbies, and I just like to do them, and I feel like maybe having a YouTube channel could help, or continuing this podcast could, like, I could do a hobby while I do a podcast episode, and I feel like that would be very cool. I don't think I can play guitar really. Maybe I don't know how I go about that at all, but I also like to crochet. I like to draw. I like to cook. I'd want to do a cooking episode. Maybe with my partner, I could do a cooking episode. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure, but I'm hopeful, and I'm looking forward to see what y'all think of this podcast. And frick yeah, it's not a podcast. I don't know. It's just a channel. I don't know. See, with this channel, there's this like I want to see. It's hard not being put in a box in anything. Like with, if I were to say that I wanted to do random stuff and not stick to a specific thing, I'd be put in a box of doing random stuff and not doing specific things. So like if I wanted to do like a different video on a different little like thing every time I made a video, I would be stuck in that cycle. And sometimes I feel like if I want to do something, I'm going to do that for a little bit and then I'll change maybe. And if it's something that someone like people really like, then I'll definitely consider bringing it back. But I don't know. I also just want to kind of freaking put out creative things on the internet. And I think that's kind of where I'm leaning towards now, where it's like I'd rather just put out creative things or creative ideas. And it could be just like anything. If something sticks, that's good. But I don't want to get carried away with just that thing. Because I don't know. I feel like that could get boring. But at the same time, I need to find a way to grow my channel, so maybe I'll do that for a little while. But we'll see. I'm going to reference this episode maybe sometimes. I'm not 100%. I want to talk about, next here, I want to talk about just like how things are going, you know? I'm in second semester of college. I'm practically like a first year junior, kinda. Like I'm planning on graduating a semester early, so technically I'm a second year sophomore. The second year. I just redundant there, but I'm in my second year currently, but I have enough credits to be in my third year at the beginning of the third year. So basically I'm a sophomore. Did I say my name? My name is Gavin, by the way. I know that there could be new people watching this channel. So yeah, my name is Gavin. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Just who's this random dude freaking talking in my ear, right? That's what everyone's wondering. But you'll never catch me. I'm gonna go down your ear canal, so be careful. I've already made my way. Where does the ear canal go? I don't know anything about that stuff. I might know one day, though. I'm planning so I'm a psychology major, and I might go into nursing as well. So I think that, I'm going to know anatomy by then, so maybe I'll know where the ear canal goes after. I probably know it. I'm just forgetting it now, okay? But yeah, so second semester sophomore. I feel like it's like life has freaking stages of difficulty sometimes. I know it's like a continuous like up and down thing, but damn, I feel like aging is hard. Aging is tough. It's hard because you see everyone doing things, and it's like, am I doing something? Am I not doing something enough, or am I not performing to the same standards as everyone else or something like that as a sophomore? But I feel like when you start thinking like that, the biggest thing is to just realize it's very much the system that we're in that makes us feel like that we're not doing enough and constantly not doing enough. It's because we have I'm generalizing obviously, but for me it's like I have anxiety about, well, what if I freaking fail college, and what if I have to figure out, I don't know, just how to live, and it's all very stressful because right now I don't have a job, and soon the freaking payments are going to start racking up, especially with freaking the scare from like Trump, like the other day, where he sent a notion to cancel government spending or some shit like that. Like that was freaking terrifying. I didn't know what it really entailed, but part of me, I thought it was like gonna cancel like student loans or something like that. I would assume it wouldn't, because that seems like such an extreme measure, but it just like that like moment of like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Because if that happened, I would no longer be in college. I'd have to go live with my parents and maybe go to community college. Probably go to community college, but yeah, I'm very lucky to be able to go to college right now, and I'm really hoping that I get enough loans to pay for my next semesters. Because if I don't, damn, it's freaking scary. But yeah, no. So it's just life. Just seems the responsibilities stack up, and it's hard. It's tough. Yeah, no. I think especially as realizing the more and more you like. Well, for me anyway. Like I feel like the more like every year I get more responsibilities and more things put on me. Obviously, I mean, yeah, but it just I noticed the way that's feeling, and it sucks. Um, so with my experience, anyways, it's like a gradual notice of like, oh, this is new, and this is a responsibility that I have. Um, Yeah, and I'm privileged to have like I've had my parents in my life for a very long time, and they've been able to support like my college endeavors, but it's slowly like dwindling off kinda, and it's like, damn, it gets scarier every day. But you know, we're managing. I'm proud of myself because this semester I have been keeping up with things to keep me healthy, like getting enough sleep, or uh, going to the gym sometimes. I'm still, eating to not where I want to be. Um, and I feel like I can start, I feel recently I've been able to feel like kind of a physical toll on my body, but, I know that times fluctuate when you crave different things. And I think this is something, in society that just, so much of our life is based on numbers. Like how much, like a huge insecurity that I had when I was a kid was that I kept seeing like I probably had, well, I had disordered eating. Probably I was never diagnosed or anything, but the way that our society and the way that we like value ourselves based on numbers just really sucks. Like I used to weigh myself like every day because I was scared of gaining weight, and I was scared that it was going to get to a point where like there was like a point of no return. That was like my like I was so nervous about that. And it was yeah, it was just very scary. But now the way that I approach weight differently, and the idea of health in general, is just I just try and eat like vegetables sometimes and go to the gym to get my blood flowing, and that's the way I think of it differently. And honestly, I feel like if you're just yeah, if you want to be healthy, or if you're looking for that, because if you don't, that's okay too. It's your life. I'm just saying. I feel like to vision it differently than trying to hate on yourself is the main thing. Because I feel like humans get in a cycle of just like hating on when they make efforts to do something, like anything. Like it's just like, oh my god, I can't do this thing because I'm the worst at it, and I'm gonna fall back into old cycles. I realized this with the I learned about this in one of my classes. It was about like addictions, and how with like relapse, the reason that people don't continue to maintain their like the reason that they don't like let's say with like alcohol or something like that. If someone were to like be without alcohol for a while and then relapse, they would take that point and be like, "Oh my god, I really messed up. There's no point in trying anymore." And that's when relapse can be really bad, because people fall into the cycle of like hating themselves because they relapsed. So really, if it's looking to like, I feel like try and be healthier or something like that, and put more vegetables or fruits in your diet or something like that. it's really just realizing that well, maybe this I didn't eat the best this day and my body doesn't feel that great, but this next day or this I'll try and fit in a vegetable somewhere. Um, and it's just about doing that, because hating yourself gets you nowhere. Hating yourself does not get you anywhere, and I've found that out. I feel like I remember when I was like a lot younger, and I feel like this led to me to be a lot more depressed feeling. I was never like diagnosed with depression or anything like that, but the way that I tackled like difficulties and things like that, it was through a lens of like, um, man, I'm like horrible at this. I'm like the worst person ever. Why can't I do this good? I'm so bad at stuff. And by viewing stuff in that light, it's like it just makes life so much harder. It makes life, and it makes you feel so much worse by constantly feeding yourself that opinion of yourself. It just doesn't do any good, I feel like. So yeah, main thing in life is just to approach things like, okay, this is something that I don't want to do, but I accept that I did this thing, and in the future, I'm just gonna try and not do that thing. And that's what life is about. It's not like genuinely like no progress is made when you start hating yourself. So yeah, little tidbit. I don't know where I was or what I was talking about before. Um, but oh, I was talking about like college and the start of or like how it's been how it's been tough, and it is tough, and especially with the freaking presidential elect. Things are scary. But I don't know. I don't know. One day at a time. You know, you don't think. One thing from this one philosopher that I learned about, his name is Marcus Aurelius. He was big into Stoicism. If anyone knows what Stoicism is, it's just the idea that like there are going to be difficulties in life, and there are going to be like things you can't control, and you got to realize there's so many things that aren't in your control, like I don't know, just different things that happen during the day. There's just so many things that you aren't able to change, or you don't have the ability to do anything about. But it's just about recognizing, okay, this thing happened to me. I'm not going to let it affect me as a human. I'm going to keep trying to be just my best self, and if I know I have like an anxious thing going on in the future, I'm going to do my best to prepare for it, I guess, but knowing that it's not worth stressing over, because, and although anxiety is valid, and it's like it's a valid thing to feel, you know, it's not like you should repress your anxiety, because it still has use, and it's still there's still like a point to it, and there's a function for having anxiety, but it's about not letting that anxiety get out of hand. And it's so hard not to do that, especially in today's society, as your anxieties are amplified because there's so many uncontrollable natures about the world. But the only way we can cope with things is by accepting that it's just out of your control. You know, a lot of things are out of your control. You can do what you can to help people or prepare for whatever's going to happen, but you can't do much outside of that, you know? So yeah, there's my philosophical rant, and that's basically how I'm feeling about school right now. So I'm excited to be back on here because it's another outlet that I can express hobbies, and I can continue. Okay, in one of my classes, in my sociology class, we talked about Karl Marx. People probably know him as like the commie, all right? But I feel like he makes a valid point where it's like taking ownership, like his idea is like taking ownership of one's labor, that's like changing the means of production from having it in the hands of big owners like billionaires or something like that, and changing it to just have the people who actually produce the item to be able to sell that item, is basically what he's saying. But I feel like that can also be something that's applied to like hobbies, like being able to create something and maybe give it away or just hold on to it. I feel like there's definitely some helpful feelings that you get when you're able to create something. The creation of something is just so rewarding for me anyway. I don't know if it is for other people, but that's what I found to freaking cope with things. So yeah. And speaking of creating something, I thought it would be fun for a new fresh thing for this podcast episode, to explore a new avenue for creative endeavors. I'm just saying shit. What I'm really saying is that I'm going to try and draw while talking. I had my partner send me oh my gosh. I say it like every time, but I used to say, you guys don't know this because this is my first episode. But I have a habit of when I just start talking a lot, I just start burping at the same time. So you're going to get used to that. So what I want to do is I want to take their freaking, ideas, and I want to try and make something cool out of it. And I don't know. Okay. My instinct is to say that obviously I know I'm not a perfect drawer, and I'm not expecting this whatever I draw to be the pinnacle of creation, because I feel like I just like to draw and I want to get into it more. So this might turn out sucky in your eyes, but I'm still gonna enjoy it. So that's that's something, because I worry sometimes about warning people about things that I do. Like I worry when I create something, or like I used to say, it becomes kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy to some degree, where it's like, well, I'm the worst artist ever, so I can't draw anything, and then you're gonna hate your artwork. So I worry about saying stuff like that. Or like I used to say that like I used to like have to preface people before I started driving. Like I'd preface my friends. Like I'd say like, y'all, I'm not a really great driver, but I'm just gonna drive. And although obviously that's a problem to be looked at, like there shouldn't be drivers on the road who aren't the best, but I don't think I'm a bad driver. I was just more anxious about driving, and I think I'm better at it now. But yeah, I feel like with the preface warning people, I feel like this is something, if someone wants to take this piece of this idea and try and use it for yourself, I think it could be good. I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like just trying to do something without having to warn people. Yeah, but I feel like the reason I say that about my drawing skills is because I I do worry about people being harsh to me in the comments section if I do get comments on this podcast, and that's why it felt good to say something, because I do worry about judgment, and I just don't want to hear it. So even though this is a public platform and people can say whatever, and I'm probably gonna have some negative comments. Don't hate me if I freaking delete those comments, because this is gonna be a positive space. But yeah, and I don't think people are probably gonna leave negative comments, but if they do, I don't know. Yeah, no, maybe I'll respond, but honestly, I might delete it for my own mental health. So, yep. That's what prioritizing yourself is like, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna take the suggestions from my partner, and I'm gonna try and freaking draw something. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna get out my markers. I feel like it'd be better and more exciting if I had something more creative, or not creative. If I had more bright colors. Okay. So I'm gonna set you right there, and I have a little extra screen here. Okay. So now you can see me down there. I'm gonna lower this down, and I'm gonna readjust it. Oh no, my phone has 20% battery. Should be fine though. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to. Okay, I wonder how this is. So this is the best we're gonna get right now. I know it's probably kind of hard to. I can maybe make it a little larger, but it's probably kind of hard to see my my drawing. But that's why I'm gonna use bright colors, and maybe I'll adjust this to make it so it's like. Okay. Okay, I think that's fine. You can see my microphone stand and stuff like that. Isn't that cool? Okay. All right. So I'll tell you the prompt that my partner sent me. Um, let's see here. Okay, so they said a violet, a coffee mug, and a lily pad. So I'm just gonna get out the main colors that I think of when I think of violet. A coffee mug, which I feel like is like kind of a tannish, or maybe like these. We're gonna just do a couple of colors for the coffee mug. Um, I do like that. Thinking like these. Oh, oops. I'll show these colors for the coffee mug. I don't know. And then this is for the violet. I don't know what a violet looks like, so I'm gonna have to probably search that up. Uh, Maybe I'll get a couple of different colors here. Oh, cause that'll work. I think that'll work. When I start drawing, I kind of get into a box of looking at color combinations, and I don't know if that's important or not. And I wonder if it's something that I can work to learn or be different about. But we'll see here. And then what's the last one? A lily pad. So I feel like what we're gonna do for this is get these colors out. These colors here. And these might be too many colors, but so what? Okay, and I'm gonna freaking look up what a violet looks like. I was thinking of like the Incredibles character, you know, because that person's called Violet. But that's not. Okay. So the approach that I like to take towards drawing, and I feel like is an important thing to do, is just to start frickin' making something. We're just gonna see how this turns out. A coffee mug. Okay. When I think of a coffee mug, I'm gonna do one that's like a tall one. I'm gonna do a tall coffee mug. Let's do this color because I feel like this one. And I'm gonna do it up in the corner here because I want to make maybe just a smaller thing. Should I search up? I don't think I'm gonna search up what a coffee mug looks like. We're gonna freaking wee. Oh, maybe just make it so I'm not grinding against this freaking microphone. I'm gonna make it so it's like kind of a. Okay, so what do I say now, right? That's the question. Right now, what I'm considering with this coffee mug, I'm gonna make coffee mug, or is it a tea mug? It's a coffee mug, right? Well, I mean, they're pretty much the same thing, but coffee mug. Okay, what I'm gonna do? What would be a good color for the coffee? Guess I'll do some brown. Maybe I'll make the coaster. Let's think here. I'm gonna do. So violet flower. This is tough. This is tough. I wonder if I can thread it through the handle. No, or maybe can I curve it around the? I don't feel like violets work like that though. Maybe I'll just put it as a design on the coffee mug because that's what I'm thinking about first. So that's what we're gonna go with. And I feel like it's better to start with the lighter color first. So we're gonna start with this one. But actually, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's make the handle of this freaking this coffee mug. I'm gonna make it. Woo! Okay, just like that. Y'all are seeing it, right? Oh, it's turned kind of weird. Maybe I can. Oh, sorry, I was turning it kind of weird. Whoops, I didn't even recognize that. How can I make this kind of more whimsical? Maybe I feel like it'd be cool if I added like some vines going around the mug. So I'm gonna do that. They're gonna be going like this. And then I'm gonna add little leaves on them. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna add a leaf right freaking there. I wonder if this would be good ASMR. Would it be better if I aim this down more towards my freaking stuff here? Oh gosh, but my microphone's gonna fall over. Maybe I can do something to hold this down. Podcast turned ASMR video? That's crazy. Okay, this thing is not holding in place. Okay, we're gonna just keep it like that. I wonder if this will be good. Maybe, is there gonna be leaves sprouting out of the coffee? What do I want more of? Oh, maybe I'll just finish this coffee base first. Oh, I think this is cute so far. I'm gonna add a little variation in the leaves here. Silly, I like it. And then we'll add the coffee. It's a freaking big cup of coffee. It's filled to the brim with coffee. Almost might be spilling over. Maybe I'll make it spilling over a little bit because it looks like it. We're gonna have a drip down the side. Definitely spilling over. You hear the car passing in the background? Crazy. Okay. So, I feel like I have to add the little, I need a different color. Let me get my colors here. Freaking, what color do I add? Okay, so it's on a lily pad. Or is it on a lily pad? How can I integrate lily pads on this? Or is the vine... Does the vine have the violets? I don't know. Or do I add eyes to this? There's so many questions. I just gotta pick a direction. I want to see how violets go. They look like they kind of just sprout up and aren't very, I'm going to add them, I guess, on the sides, which is, I don't know. I wish I could find a different way to implement them, but I can't really think of it right now. Or maybe I can do it so it's on the lily pad. Okay, I'm gonna put on a lily pad. I wonder what color I should actually make the coffee cup. So I have this outline, but do I want to, I feel like, well, let's see here. Maybe I should get, because a lily pad would be in like some water, right? Because that's where lily pads are. So let's do that. I'm thinking a bluish green kind of water like this would be good. We're gonna see how that looks. All right, so we're gonna freaking that's cool. I think this is fun. I think it's a good water because you imagine like a swamp. I'm gonna say that the violets are gonna be on like the shore somewhere or on like a hill. Well, let's see. Is this gonna be a little back? I'm gonna say it's a little back. I'm just putting it in the corner. Maybe we can. This will be my podcast page to add more things to. We'll see. How long have we been rolling for? 39 minutes, okay. That's a pretty long time. But, good thing getting to get to a close here. It's not a good thing, but it's like just the reality of things. I'm going to say the water kind of disappears in the background here. So it's like it's larger as it goes up here. And the tea is kind of floating down the river. Ooh, I really like this blue. This is a good marker. It's a fun one. Okay. Would it have like rushing? See, there's still so much I have to learn about art because I don't know how water works. How does one figure out how water works? I'm just drawing a little thing. Maybe I'll use a lighter base for the freaking the hill with the freaking little I'm putting them on like the side here. Adam, it's like a little. Goddamn microphone, goddamn. Okay. No, for sure. Can we just not stay normal? For sure, I'm sorry, y'all. That's really annoying. I wonder if I'll. Bruh. Wonder if I'll change that in post, right? That's the question. Alright, lily pads, they normally have like a little line right here, right? I feel like they normally have like a little curve too. They're not perfectly like saying the sun is coming from a direction going towards. I can't explain. Y'all get the idea. And if y'all want to leave any tips, you can. I don't know if I'll take them or not, but you can let me know. See if you have any advice that I'd want to. Because I don't know. With artwork, it's like I don't know necessarily how I want to go about improving, you know? It's like, is it, because honestly, part of me just wants to have fun. There's a part that wants to improve, but when I think about improving, I think about picking a style, and I feel like I'd rather just figure out the process first. Okay, maybe since there's like a little, I'm just going to add purple right on top of it. Would it bleed the colors or something? I don't know how it works. I'm going to put purple right there. Oh, I forgot to add the lighter colors. Oh well, we're just going to add some cute little ones. Maybe a small one back there. Yeah. They kind of look like Mickey Mouse. Not really. Not really, actually. I'm just saying stuff. They don't look really like Mickey Mouse. Sorry, just checking the way that looks. Okay, well, I kind of freaked out because I don't know if I can add lighter colors here, but we're gonna just add like this. Oh, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, we're just gonna make it. We're just gonna do it, and we're gonna freaking figure it out. Okay. I remember when I was in art class back in high school. I did like a landscape thing. And I don't remember anything from it. Okay. So we got a problem because I don't know. Okay, maybe I'll just do an up close violet, like it's really close to the camera type of idea, because I don't know how else to. My freaking thing keeps shutting off, and we're gonna use a lighter color here because this is really dark. Wait, no, this was the color. No, wait, I was intending on going with this color first, but is that even too? Maybe I need just a lighter in general kind of color. This is probably good. Let's try this. Okay. I'm just going to add a really up close and personal one because why not? It's going to be really large, and I'm going to. Okay, so it's like that. Ooh, okay, so it has like a middle. There's like an entrance kind of to it. Okay, this color's still darker than I expected. I will be honest. Sometimes markers are just that way. You think you're going to get a light color, and then it's just like, oh, it's really dark. Okay. Oh, no, awesome. That's what I expected. So I'm going to first add the center color, because I feel like I want to do that right now. It's going to be like right there. Okay. So it kind of like creeps out in like veins, it looks like. Maybe I'll add one like that, and I'll add one like this, and I'll add one like this. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay. That microphone's scaring me now because I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that it's gonna freaking topple over on me. It's been doing that a lot. Okay, and this is dark again. Okay. I don't think it'll lighten up, but that's okay. I'm gonna just keep rocking with it. Okay, well, yeah, no, I don't think I know how to draw a violet. But I'm going to continue because I'm going to see it through, as should all of you, right? When you're making artwork, it's not about making something good. um, it's about freaking learning and grep and just trying to do something new. And I don't think this purple actually matches as well as I thought it did. Okay. So it has like darker streaks of purple that like kind of shoot out of it. Well, I do enjoy it still. I mean, obviously it's not the same colors, but I still think it's fun. Ah! Everything's deciding to give out on me at the last minute here. It's like, come on, y'all. Let's be real. Let's see. I'll show the full thing right there. This is what we got so far. Okay. Looks like there's like a darker center with that yellow, and I want to. It irks me, so I'm going to approach it now. This might be lighter. So this is more of a burgundy or maroon. I don't know which one, but than a violet. But what are you gonna do? I think it's still kind of fun. Still kind of fun and freaking crazy. I tried to add more purplish stuff to this, but I don't think it's really doing much. So now we're in panic mode. Oh, so maybe I shouldn't block it on my. I might have been doing that the whole video. What are you really gonna do though? Okay. Well, I'm gonna finish this part, and honestly, I might just be done. Okay. I wonder if I added just. Well, now I want to make a difference. Maybe I'll add a little shadow to my cup. What would make a good shadow? Would this be too dark? I'm going to test it actually. Maybe I'll just test it on the same page. That might be too dark. It's kind of strong. I feel like maybe a little lighter here. I want to add a shadow to this cup. I think this might work. Let's go in with this one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know. Is this gonna be? Let's try it out. Sometimes you just gotta try and see if something works. I don't know if it did, but we're gonna stop it right there. So I don't know. I think that I like my coffee cup. I think that's kind of fun. Well, I'll turn it off that mode. And I'll get my microphone out of. Well, actually, I'll just hold my microphone again. That's gonna be really annoying if I want to do anything like this. But this is what we have. I enjoy my coffee cup. I don't know if I like the violet too much. Lily pad kind of. It's all right. Damn, I was just really self-critical about myself there. Okay, we're gonna re-review this from a more positive lens. My coffee cup's good. I could have added more probably to the rest of my lake, but I feel like we don't have a lot of time for that. I think I should have used maybe some lighter colors with the violet because I started too dark, and that's something I do a lot. But future reference, I'm gonna freaking make it so this is not cutting off my freaking head, or maybe I should just back up. I don't know. Okay, so that was the first episode of the new Lemon Ginger channel. I hope it was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope that the background noise wasn't too loud. But I live in an apartment, and you get what you get. So, but I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. I didn't take a single sip of my lemon ginger tea during the episode. I lied. It's not lemon ginger tea. It's like a tension tamer thing. But freaking cheers. I'll drink to that. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Good luck with the freaking week. Good luck with your month, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you. If you could subscribe or like the video, that'd be awesome. And bye-bye. Thank you.